Beckham complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Another notch there on the belt for Eli Manning finding Odell Beckham.
Pick a route, any route. They're connected no matter what. Boy, those guys know how to figure it out, and they work hard at it in practice. A big reason why they're in the lead.
Throwing on first down is Manning. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll try to run now with Jennings. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, but it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gold is able to put it through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going.
He's got him in, complete, and all the way down to the 36-yard line.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Keenan Robinson from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He's going to float the... And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Cruz has it over the middle. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it 2nd down. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Finding time. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's 3rd down.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. And this is going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. Now 4th down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Here's Murphy. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Back to throw. And he's got it over the middle. Fleener. And he's brought down after a good gain.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he's brought down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their big-bodied receiver from a yard out. And the Saints move back within a couple of the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Breeze is going to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. The field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. 2-point game, they have the football. Their defense was able to do their job. Now can the offense just hold on here, Charlie?
And they'd better, because after the job the defense did to give them the ball back with this lead, it's time for them to seal the deal and allow them to go to the locker room with a victory.
They'll try to seal the deal. Here we go. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They run again with Jennings. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Manning stays on his feet, and that is incomplete. Will tie the intended receiver, and it brings up 4th down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. and that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Fresh set of downs here.
Hey, easy. Ready.
He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep down. It got his man complete. A big play that time. Breeze hooking up with Cooks. 55 yards.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. And here we go on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Mark Ingram with time running out. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And the lead is up to 5. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defender's there, receiver's there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. One final try now from Manning, surveying the field. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the